I have chosen my cards that I want to do. If we were playing two-player, we'd flip them now and see the Demolitionist has a 19 and the Void Warden has a 43. So we will keep the same order. Demolitionist 19, Void Warden 43, and the Vermlings move on a 50. So we keep the same initiative order. So the Demolitionist goes first, and the Demolitionist has chosen the big one and Explosive Blitz. All right. I have decided I want to use Explosive Blitz for the move. So I'm going to move up to 4 because I want to use the top of this, and I need to be range 2 on 2 different targets, 2 different enemies. So, actually that actually sucks a little bit. That's fine. No, that's fine because we still have advantage, so the disadvantage will cancel out, I think. Actually, I was hoping. That sucker, 1, 2, 3. I wasn't thinking that I have to be adjacent to that one. I'd have to be adjacent to the elite to be able to target the other one. So, yeah, we're still going to do that. I'm going to use Explosive Blitz. So actually, it works out either way. Actually, the way it goes, whether I use the move or the attack, I'm going to attack 1 with an attack of 2. So let's move. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go ahead and move 4. Let's use this to go the entire 4 hexes. So that was Explosive Blitz. I'll discard it. And then we're going to use the top of the big one, which is a 2 attack at a range of 2, and I could target up 2. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get closer, so I'm going to target the elite. He is 2 hexes away, so we're going to do an attack 2, and we still have advantage with that. So I'm going to pick 2 cards. So right now he's taking 2 damage. We got a -1. And we got, -1. So he's only going to take 1 damage. So the elite only takes 1. So let me get a 1 out of there. The elite is number 5. So number 5 now has 1 damage on him. I was really hoping to do better on that. Okay, that's the end of his turn. Correct? It goes until the end of his turn. That is correct. All right. Now, the Void Warden has Gift of the Void and Black Boom. Now, what I wanted to do with that, I'm going to use Black Boom to move 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Don't want to go there. Don't want to go 1 more. I think I am going to stop there. 4. Yeah, I don't have anything that would reach the other guy. I'm going to stop there. So that was Black Boom, and we use that for the movement. Oops, I discarded over there on the correct pile. Now, Gift of the Void. 1 ally within a range of 3 can perform an attack 2 at a range of 3. Okay, so I'm going to use that to let the Demolitionist perform another attack. He has a range of 3. We're going to attack the elite again. And I'm sitting here thinking, it says that this lasts until the end of their turn. The Demolitionist, yeah, he's getting another attack, but his turn is actually over. He's just getting an extra attack. So we really should take the Strengthen off of him. So he's going to get to do a regular attack now. Let's see what he gets, and a +0. Okay. +0, he did another 2 points to the elite. So I'm going to take that 1 off, and we'll put a 3. So the elite now has 7 hit points left. that is the end of my character's turn. That means this one also loses his strength now. And now it's time for the monsters. The elite goes first. He's going to move 1 hex forward. And now he is next to the demolitionist, so he can make a strength 2 attack. Let's see what his modifier is. Oh, he gets a +1. So he does 3 damage to the demolitionist. Demolitionist has 8 points, so we're going to turn that down. And hard to turn it when the wheel's on the back and you're holding on. So 8 points, do 3. He now drops to 5 points. Okay. Oh, and that was another thing. I'm glad I was pointing that out. Be sure when you get these things, go ahead and open it up. I've had this since June or July, whenever it came out at Target last year. It was a Target exclusive for a month. I've had it since then. Only opened it up recently and found that one of the 4 character wheels is missing a wheel. It's missing the hit point wheel on one of my character dials here. It's not that big a deal because I have 4 more of these in the Gloomhaven box up there, but yeah, a bit disappointing. So make sure you look through and make sure all the components are there. And always a good idea with any of these board games, especially the boutique board games like we tend to buy. Be sure to open them up and make sure all the components are there. All right, so that was it. Ooh, that was bad. So he took 3 points of damage. Now, the standards move. He is going to move, and he can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's see, but 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he's going to move up this way because that's the shortest path to the characters. And this one will move as well. He's going to move 1 more toward the characters. Okay, so now I no longer have to choose. We've only got 2 cards left. So those are the 2 for the Void Warden. And here are the 2 for the Demolitionist. We've gone through all the cards in our hand now. Let's see. And I'm going to play a 42 with the Demolitionist, so he can still go. And the other one has a 49. So he just barely squeaks in ahead of the Vermlings. So the Demolitionist is going to go first. And of course, I haven't looked at these cards. We can destroy another obstacle, but it doesn't give us any advantage to do that. We would just be destroying it. I think I'm going to use on this attack 3. Yeah, both attacks are both 3, and that one gives us a bonus. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to stun 1 adjacent enemy. So 1 adjacent enemy cannot perform any actions until the end of its next turn. So I need to get a stun token out of there. Let's dig down through all my tokens here. There we go. So we've got a stun, and I am actually going to put that right there to remind me that that elite is stunned. I don't need the hit points, but the elite is now stunned there. All right, and that means he can't perform any actions until the end of his next turn. So he will not be able to take a turn this time around. Now, implode, attack 3, and muddle. 1 adjacent enemy suffers 3 damage and gains disadvantage on all its attacks to the end of its next turn. And the muddle is the question mark. So there we have the question mark. So he is stunned and muddled. If he could attack, if for some reason I don't know if there is something that can unstun, maybe in later scenarios, or maybe some kind of a Vermling healer or something could unstun them. But if he could, he'd still be muddled and take a disadvantage. But in the meantime, we are going to get to do a level 3 attack on him. Let's see what our modifier is. Our modifier is a +1, so he did 4 points of damage. So another 4 points. That's a 1. And where is another 3? There's a 3. They do make apps for this game as well. I wanted to play it in actual board game fashion, but they make apps for Gloomhaven that helps keep track of initiative and how many hit points the various monsters have, so you're not constantly throwing things like this. So in future games, I may actually use an app to keep track of hit points and stuff. So the elite is now 7, only has 3 hit points left, and he is stunned and muddled. That is the end of my cards for the Demolitionist. Now, the Void Warden had Lure of the Void and Turn Out the Lights. So we had Stun. We can stun an enemy within 3 hexes. We can attack. We can have an ally perform an attack again. None of them are movement. You notice that? I have no movement. Very little movement with the Void Warden. It's a good thing we moved her up to the middle of the thing there. My best attacks are an attack 3. Yeah. I will use my attack 3 on an enemy within 3 hexes. Tell you what I'm going to do first. I'm going to use the bottom one of this one first, because we can kill the elite. If the Demolitionist can kill the elite with this ally attack, then I can attack the standard with Turn Out the Lights. So I'm going to use Lure of the Void, and one ally within a range of 3 can attack a 3. If they do, this ally suffers 1 damage. Ooh, so he takes a damage. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. So he's going to take 1 point of damage. That's going to take him down to a 4 now. And he gets to attack at a level 3 against the elite. And the elite has 3 hit points. So as long as we don't get a minus here, we're okay. +1. Well, a 0 would have been better, because we wouldn't have wasted that +1 on him. But we do 4 points of damage, and the elite is no more. He has been taken off the map. We can get rid of his damage tokens here. Nice. Okay, so now we've got just the 2 standards. So that was my ally, and he took a point of damage for that. And now we're going to use Turn Out the Lights, which is attack 3 at a range of 3. And we have a range of 1, 2, 3 down to standard number 4 down here. So I can attack him at a level 3. And I will do that. And now I get to actually use a modifier card. Ugh. A 2. And I don't have advantage or anything. So, So I do 2 points to him. So we'll get 2 of those. And this is number 4. So we've done 2 points to number 4, which means he still has 3 hit points. All right, that is the end of my characters' turns. So now the monsters go. There is no elite, so the standards move in numerical order. This one's going to move. He moves up 1, and he's going to attack the Demolitionist at a strength of 2. All right. Now, this would be a nice time to get some minuses. Nope, +1. Ooh, 3 points. Demolitionist is now down to 1 hit point. That is not good. That is not good. We took out the elite, but that is not good. All right, and now this one gets to move, and he's going to move up that way. Okay, we are out of cards. All the cards are in the discard stacks now, so I think this is, let's see, we've gotten to the end of the round. At the end of the 3rd round, all 6 of your ability cards will be in the discard. You'll need to get them back to continue playing. You get cards back from your pile by short resting. If a character has at least 2 cards in their discard pile, they can perform a short rest at the end of any rounds. So after round 1, we could have short rested because we had 2 cards in our discard if we wanted to try and get one of those cards back. But now that we don't have any cards, we definitely take a short rest. We take all the cards in our discard pile, we shuffle them and then place one at random over here in the loss. So we lose our hand counts as kind of a game timer. Keeps us from just mucking about because we're always losing cards. Every time we do a short rest, every time we run out of cards, we lose one for this particular round scenario. So that's what I'm going to do. Anytime a character would rather keep the card that we lost, they can take 1 damage and then draw a different card. But that one has to go into the discard. Okay. All characters should short rest now. So we're going to do that. I'm going to shuffle up the cards and we'll find out which one has been discarded, which one I'm going to lose for these characters. We have short rested. I have lost 1 card from both. The Demolitionist lost Implode, which is the one where it can attack 3 and move 2 and destroy an obstacle, but not the one that gives the destroying obstacle and gets strength. So that wasn't too bad. The Void Warden has lost Void of the Lure of the Void, which is the one that gave a stun on top and the one that gave the ally an extra attack but suffered a damage, the one we used last time. And hurt our Demolitionist pretty well. He is down to 1 hit point. Fortunately, he is going to move on a 20. I'm going to move on a 43. And the Vermlings will move on a 50. So nothing changes there. The Demolitionist moves first, or takes his turn first. We're going to do this one, which is move and then destroy an adjacent obstacles. I'm not going to move any. I'm going to leave the Demolitionist where it is, but we're going to destroy this palisade. So the palisade comes off the map. I am going to put the destroyed pieces of wood out here on the map. So the palisade is now a destroyed obstacle. So we can just move across it now, no problem whatsoever. And it gives us strengthen. That's the one that strengthens us. So I am going to put the strengthen out here beside him and let him know that he has advantage. Now, the other one, that was the bottom. The top one is going to be attack 3. So he is going to attack this Vermling with a 3, which by itself should be good enough. I mean, we've done 2 points of damage to them, and they only have 5, but we could get minuses. So with that advantage, remember the discard is on the left, the lost are on the right. With the advantage, we get to pick 2. See right there, -2, we would have lost 2 points of damage, and instead, we're only going to lose 1 point of damage. So, his was an attack 3, and that's going to take it to 2. So, that's 2 more points. He still has a hit point left. That Vermling is down to 1 hit point. That is rough. I wasn't considering that. Okay, you see, that changes what I may do here now. We cannot allow... Well, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Maybe. Don't want to take that one out. Why don't I go ahead? You see, originally I was going to use these 2 heals. And I'm still going to do that. I'm going to use the top one here, which is heal 3 at a range of 3. Me or an ally, and do this one, heal 2 at a range of 3. So I'm going to give 5 points back to the Demolitionist. So the Demolitionist, I'll discard those, and the Demolitionist will now have 6 hit points. There you go. So the Demolitionist is back up to 6. Very good. All right, that is the end of both my characters' turns. Number 4 is going to attack the Demolitionist at a 2. He doesn't have advantage or disadvantage or anything. The Vermling doesn't. And he gets a -1. So he does 1 point of damage to the Demolitionist. Good. So he is down to a 5 now. Next, Vermling 6 is going to move forward 1. And he doesn't have any attacks. So that is the end of that round. Okay, now we have to choose which cards are we going to play this time. So I'm going to choose the cards for the next round. and we'll see if we can't finish this up here. I've chosen my cards. The Demolitionist has a 37. I will have a 23. So, the Void Warden, I don't know why I keep saying I guess because I'm always like a support cleric type person. Void Warden will go first this time, and then the Demolitionist, and then the remaining two, or possibly one, Vermlings, depending on how it goes. So the Void Warden will go first. What I was going to do was I was going to muddle. You see, because I was going to muddle, I was hoping the Demolitionist would kill. See, and this is playing fairly, because I could have said, oh, he'll use a 68, but even then he would go after the Vermlings, and that doesn't help either. So yeah, he is going to muddle he can muddle any at a range of 3. So I'm going to muddle number 6 there. We're going to put a question mark on number 6, so he will be at disadvantage whenever, because he's going to move up 1 probably and attack the Demolitionist. So I want him to be at a disadvantage as much as possible. So that was muddle. And then one ally within a range of 2 can perform an attack of 4. So I'm going to allow the Demolitionist to perform an attack of 4. And that will discard both of those. So attack of 4. And he has strengthened, so I'm in an advantage. So what do I need? A +1. I'm just going to go with a +1 because that gives me a 5, and that kills this guy. Alrighty, so that takes him off the board, although maybe I should have used it against this one. Possibly. But too late to worry about that now. Probably should have used it against that one, but hey, live and learn, right? Okay, now it's the Demolitionist turn. He is going to use the big one to move 3. Is that right? Yes, he's going to use the big one and move up to 3. And I'm going to move up where the obstacle used to be. So he is standing where the palisade used to be now. Isn't it wonderful how they can stand on top of the rubble there? That is just incredible. I love it. So we did that, and then the other one's going to be 1-2 punch, where we do a 2-point attack and a 1-point attack. And remember, we still have strengthen. So we get to choose 2. So for the 2-point attack, it's going to be a 2. Let's see. We do strengthen, a 2. Ooh, we are definitely not going to take that. I'm glad we saw that one. This is the cancel, basically like a fumble. We drawn that. It means we didn't do any damage whatsoever. And then you see there we have to re-roll, reshuffle. So that is going to be our 0. We're going to take the 0 instead. So it was good we had that advantage. So we've done 2 points to that Vermling now. So that's Vermling number 6. Vermling number 6 takes 2 points. He's got 3 points left. And now he gets to do a 1-point attack on him. So a 1-point attack. Come on, what do we got? +0, and we've still got advantage. So give us something nice. +1. So we did 2 more points. So that Vermling is down to 1 point now. All right, that was all of his turn. Now the Vermling gets to attack. The Vermling isn't going to move because he's right next to the Demolitionist, so he gets to attack. He does a 2-point attack, but he is at disadvantage. Disadvantage means he has to pull 2 and take the worst one. So we got a -1, and we got a 2x. Oh, I'm glad we got rid of that 2x there. That is wonderful. So we're going to choose the -1. So he only does 1 point of damage. There we go. He only does 1 point of damage to the Demolitionist. So he is down to a 4. All right. Now, both of my characters only have 1 card left in their hand. So they have to take a short rest now. So I'm going to reshuffle both decks, and we'll lose a card from both decks, and then we'll figure out what card they're going to play for what is hopefully the last round here. I mean, the Vermlings only got 1 point of damage left. So let's see how it goes. Card decks have been shuffled. Cards have been lost. The Void Warden lost Turn Out the Lights, which is the attack 3, but the one that allows an enemy to attack another enemy. We've never actually used that one, so not a big deal. He lost, however, Knock Out the Supports. That's the one that allows us to destroy those obstacles and get us strengthened. So that isn't so nice. Oh, and I think we also lose this turn because that was destroyed at the beginning of the previous turn. So at the next turn, you lose it. So we've lost the advantage there, if I remember correct. Okay, so this time we've got a 42 and a 43. So we're going to switch them back around. The Demolitionist is going to go first, and then the Void Warden. Demolitionist, he is going to use... I'm going to use Stun on the bottom here, which is target an adjacent enemy. So he is going to be... I think he actually loses the muddle. Does it remove at the end of the next turn? So he is going to be stunned now. So he is not going to be able to do anything. I'm not sure if we should remove that muddle or not, but I believe the stun is going to cancel it out anyway. He's not going to be able to do anything. So he got the stun, and then I'm going to attack 2 and attack 1. All right. So in attack 2, we don't have any advantage or anything. So +0. So we did 2 damage to him, and he is dead. Now, what my Void Warden was going to do, he was going to hit him with the 2 heals and heal him up 5 points. But no matter, the board is clear. We have achieved the goal, which is kill all the enemies. So now that is the end of Scenario 1. Congratulations on completing Scenario 1. Read the conclusion text and the scenario rewards. Okay. Conclusion. You wipe the blood of the last vermling from your face, and your thoughts return to the sleeping lion. Surely they've got a stew ready by now. It would be so perfectly warm and soothing, and it's right through that gate, so close you can already taste it. But then another thought comes. It is highly unusual, brazen, really, for the pack of vermlings to operate this close to the city. Could they be behind the string of disappearances? It's a long shot, but one worth investigating, especially considering their ambush site doesn't look like their base of operations. Definitely not. There is probably a nest nearby that with any luck will have more information on the missing blacksmith. And treasure. Treasure would be nice. All right, so next up, rewards is we get a new location, which is a hole in the wall, which is level B1. So we would take the stickers over there. We would put the next sticker on the map. Sticker 2 would go on the map in B1. And what else? Also, because you successfully completed Scenario 1, mark the white box in its sticker to indicate it's complete. You cannot replay scenarios that you've already completed. So let me get the map. What we would normally do is we would get the map, we would stick the next one there on B1, which would be, actually the next one would go here too, wouldn't it? It looks like the next one probably goes down below it or something. And then we would put a little check mark in roadside ambush to let us know that that one had already been completed. And we couldn't go back to it. Okay, that is it. So at this point, each character would take a character sheet. Y'all have seen the character sheets. I've got them in here somewhere. I'll show you the example here. It represents your sheet. You would, if you weren't happy with the character you play, this is your last chance to switch to something else. Otherwise, you have to keep going them. If you're happy, you name your character. You write the name on there. You mark the 1 next to level 2 since you're level 1. All of it will be carried out in future. All right, next time we will also be getting new cards next time. And yeah, so there you go. That is Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. I like it. I like it. I'm going to enjoy playing through the next playing through the next 4 or 5 scenarios and learning all the rules and everything. And then I'm looking forward to one day getting its big brother Gloomhaven off the shelf up there and playing through the 100 or so scenarios that are up there in that one. All right, folks, Jaws of the Lion. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. That was our 5th game in our play a game a week challenge that I'm giving myself. We're still 2 weeks behind because we're 2 games behind, but I've got some much shorter games to play that we can get caught up with. All right. That's it. Thank you so much. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. Bye-bye.